LCD. Every screen you've ever stared at, your phone, your TV, even that office monitor that probably hates you back, all share one unsung hero, LCD, the liquid crystal display. Sounds fancy, right? But what's wild is how this tech literally bends light to paint every image you see. Inside every LCD screen is a layer of liquid crystal molecules, not quite solid, not quite liquid, arranged like microscopic blinds. When electricity hits them, they twist open or shut, controlling how much light escapes from the LED backlight sitting behind them. That white light then travels through red, green, and blue filters, mixing just right to form the final image. It's a delicate dance of physics and chemistry that turned bulky, power-hungry CRTs into sleek, energy-efficient panels. First used in digital watches back in the 1970s, LCDs went on to dominate the screen world, proving that sometimes the best tech isn't about creating light, it's about controlling it. LCDs are the reason your laptop is thin, your TV is light, and your phone fits in your pocket. And while newer screens are flashier, LCDs quietly remain the backbone of modern displays, refined, reliable, and still evolving. TN. If LCDs were the invention that made screens slim, TN panels were the caffeine shot that made them fast. TN stands for Twisted Pneumatic, which sounds like a metal band, but is really the first and simplest form of LCD technology to hit the mainstream. Each pixel in a TN panel holds liquid crystal molecules that literally twist when electricity passes through. That twist changes how much light escapes from the backlight, creating brighter or darker spots that form an image. It's like millions of microscopic doors slamming open and shut every second. Back in the 1990s and early 2000s, TN displays were everywhere, cheap to make, lightning fast, and absolutely crucial for early gamers who didn't care about color accuracy as long as their kill count stayed high. But that speed came at a cost. Colors looked a bit sad. Viewing angles? Also tragic. Tilt the screen slightly and your vibrant jungle scene turns into a gloomy swamp. Still, TN panels walked so modern gaming monitors could sprint. Their simplicity and speed made them a cornerstone of display evolution, proof that fast can sometimes beat pretty, at least until the next big thing arrived, IPS. By the mid-90s, people were tired of TN panels turning every movie night into a guessing game of, is that blue or grey? Enter IPS, in-plane switching, the technology that finally made screens look the way our eyes expected them to. Instead of twisting vertically like TN crystals, IPS molecules move sideways, staying in the same plane as the screen. That simple change unlocked a miracle, consistent light flow. Colors suddenly looked richer, skin tones looked human again, and you could finally lean back on your couch without the screen turning into a shadowy void. Developed by Hitachi, IPS became the go-to choice for photographers, designers, and anyone who believed orange shouldn't look like pumpkin soup. The trade-off? Slightly slower response times and higher costs, but the payoff was worth it. Today, IPS panels dominate everything from iPhones to high-end monitors. They're the reason your Netflix binge looks stunning from any angle. Think of IPS as the display world's glow-up moment, when screens stopped just working and started wowing. IPS Black. If IPS brought color to life, IPS Black brought depth to it. For years, even the best IPS displays had one embarrassing flaw. Their blacks weren't really black. More like dark grey in denial. Then along came LG Display, determined to fix it. IPS Black refines how liquid crystals align, tightening their formation so less light leaks through when showing dark scenes. That single change nearly doubles the contrast ratio from 1000 to 1 to around 2000 to 1. It doesn't sound dramatic until you see it. Suddenly, shadows gain texture, starfields actually look like outer space, and you realize just how much depth you've been missing. And here's the best part, it achieves all this while keeping IPS's legendary color accuracy and wide viewing angles. No ghosting, no color washout, just deeper blacks and richer tones. Professionals love it for grading photos and editing video, but even casual users can feel the difference. IPS Black takes that once flat image and gives it dimension. It's like upgrading from a flashlight under a blanket to a full-blown cinema screen. In short, IPS Black didn't reinvent IPS, it perfected it. VA. If TN was the sprinter and IPS was the artist, VA, vertical alignment, is the diplomat. It's the middle ground that tries to keep everyone happy. Deep blacks, rich colors, and decent speed all in one panel. In a VA display, the liquid crystal molecules stand upright when no voltage is applied, blocking light entirely. But when electricity flows through, they tilt just enough to let light slip by. That simple vertical to tilt motion gives VA its greatest strength, contrast. Blacks look darker, whites pop brighter, and colors have a natural richness that makes movie nights feel cinematic, even on a modest budget. VA panels first gained traction in TVs, especially from brands like Samsung, where contrast mattered more than pixel-perfect color. Gamers love the deeper blacks, though motion could blur slightly due to slower transitions between frames. Think of VA as the best of both worlds screen, not as lightning fast as TN, not as color accurate as IPS, but wonderfully balanced for everyday use. Whether you're watching a film, gaming in the dark, or just scrolling at midnight, VA delivers smooth, dramatic visuals that feel immersive without breaking the bank. Mini-LED. Just when LCDs seemed to be hitting their limits, Mini-LED showed up and said, what if we just added more light? Instead of using a few hundred LEDs to illuminate the screen, Mini-LED packs in thousands, each one smaller than a grain of sand and grouped into tiny zones that can brighten or dim independently. This gives the display incredible precision. Dark scenes can finally look dark, while bright highlights dazzle without washing out everything else. Imagine fireworks exploding in a night sky. Mini-LED makes that contrast pop. It's still an LCD at heart, meaning the image is controlled by liquid crystals, not by the lights themselves. But by upgrading the backlight system, Mini-LED bridges the gap between traditional LCDs and OLEDs. You get high brightness, rich contrast, and none of the burn-in risks that haunt self-lit screens. Apple's MacBook Pros, iPad Pros, and high-end TVs from brands like TCL and Samsung already use it, proof that Mini-LED isn't just a buzzword. It's the glow-up LCDs needed to stay relevant in an OLED world. Bright, bold, and beautifully efficient. QLED. If Mini-LED upgraded the lighting, QLED upgraded the color. QLED stands for quantum dot LED, though it's still technically an LCD at heart, just one that's been to a very colorful science fair. Between the LED backlight and the LCD layer sits a thin film of quantum dots, microscopic semiconductor crystals that glow with insanely pure red and green light when hit by blue LEDs. The result? Colors so vivid and bright they make regular LCDs look like they forgot their morning coffee. Because quantum dots emit such accurate light, QLED displays can reach incredible brightness without losing color balance. Whites stay clean, reds stay rich, and greens don't drift into radioactive lime territory. This makes them perfect for HDR content and bright rooms where typical displays struggle. Samsung popularized QLED, but brands like TCL and Hisense jumped on board, pushing the tech into everything from budget TVs to premium home theaters. Despite the fancy name, QLED isn't self-emissive like OLED, it still relies on a backlight, but it closes the visual gap dramatically. Think of it as LCD on steroids, sharper color, better brightness, and a picture that practically punches through the screen. MicroLED. Every so often, display tech takes a leap so big it feels like science fiction. MicroLED is that leap. Imagine a screen where every single pixel is its own tiny light source, no backlight, no color filters, just millions of microscopic LEDs working in perfect harmony. Each one emits pure red, green, or blue light directly, giving you true blacks, blinding brightness, and contrast so sharp it makes OLED look nervous. Built from durable, inorganic materials, MicroLED panels don't fade, don't burn in, and don't quit. They're bright enough for daylight, efficient enough for long hours, and stunning enough to make your eyes forget reality. The catch? They're hard to build. Aligning millions of microscopic LEDs is like assembling a sandcastle one grain at a time. That's why, for now, MicroLED lives in ultra-expensive prototypes like Samsung's The Wall, a modular display made of thousands of LED tiles. But make no mistake, this is the endgame for screen tech. When production scales down, MicroLED will redefine how we see everything, from phones to theaters. The future of displays? It's not light filtered through crystals anymore, it's light set free.